Hi Rachel, my name's Ashley. I'll be working with you today. Have you ever had any kind of counseling before?
I haven't. This is my first time.
Okay, so what's going to happen today is I'm just going to ask you some questions about what brought you in today, and we're just going to explore that. And it's important for you to know that anything you say in here is confidential between you and I, unless it is a concern of safety, like to you or someone you care about, or a concern of abuse. Then I would have to report that to the proper authorities. Does that make sense to you?
Mm-hmm.
Is that okay with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so why don't you tell me a little bit about what brings you in today?
Okay, so I guess my entire life I've kind of struggled with anxiety. It's mostly just been over little things in the past. But recently I've had like a major life event where I lost my job and have to find another one, and I think that has just induced a lot of anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like built off of that, and I've just been getting more and more panic attacks, and I'm just really kind of in a bad place right now, and I figured it was time to try to talk to someone about it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and when you say you're having panic attacks, how often is that?
So I've only, before like the job thing happened, it was kind of just like once or twice in my life before. Now it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of, it was kind of once a month, and now it's kind of increased to like once a week.
Okay, and what does a panic attack look like for you?
I just kind of feel like I can't breathe, like almost like there's like this huge weight on my chest, and like the world's like closing in around me, and I just like can't, like I'm trapped and I can't get out.
Okay, and do you know what happens right before you have a panic attack?
I can't quite like pinpoint why I start having them. I think I just kind of start having like negative thoughts,
Mm-hmm.
which leads to like the anxiety, like feelings of worry and anxiety, and that just kind of escalates to like that panic feeling.
Okay, and what kinds of negative thoughts are they?
Well, I guess it's always kind of been focused around like my family members and my friends, like something happening to them, and like just I have this fear of like having nobody around me, like being alone. And now with this job thing, it's just a huge extra stress on my life. So I think it's just gotten a lot worse since then.
Okay, and what would you say is causing the most stress? The not having a job or worrying about your family?
Well, they're kind of, I mean, my family worry has been there for a while,
Mm-hmm.
but I think right now, I think the job thing is the most stressful right now.
And when did you lose your job?
Just a month ago.
A month ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what kind of things do you think about when you think about how you lost your job?
I think I just worry, like, what if I never find another one? Like, what if I can't pay my bills anymore? Like, can't pay my car payment or my rent? Like, I'm gonna like end up like homeless and like without a car and like without anybody around me. I think that's the biggest fear.
Okay. And what you're saying, if you don't find another job, you're worried you won't be able to take care of yourself, you won't be able to have a car. What would it mean to you if you got to that point?
What would it mean to me?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it'd be like really terrible. Like, I don't want to be in that situation ever.
Okay. What would be so terrible about it?
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't have anything. I would feel like I like can't do anything. That I'm like worthless, basically.
Okay. So you would
Yeah.
feel that you were worthless. Okay. Have you ever felt like that in any other areas of your life?
Not really. I mean, I guess sometimes with like relationships, maybe I feel worthless if I like
Mhm.
let down people that I love. that kind of causes me to feel worthless, but not to that extreme.
Okay. So having a job is important to you.
Mm-hmm.
And you've only been without a job for 1 month, right?
Yeah.
What about before that? Like, was this your first job?
Yeah, this was my first job, like, out of college, so, like, my first, like, real job.
Okay.
So, yeah, that was.
And you said you liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so are you looking for something similar to it?
I am, yeah, and I'm just worried that, I mean, nothing has come, no opportunities have come up yet, so I just get.
Okay. Have you had any interviews yet?
I've only had one.
Okay.
So.
Okay. So when you first start to think about your worries about not finding a job, what do you usually do?
I kind of just, like, sit at home and, like, think about it. Like, it's hard for me to, like, do anything.
Okay.
Do anything, like, socially, and I just want to be alone, and I don't know, I just kind of feel like being lazy and not.
Okay. And has that been going on for the whole month? Or?
Yeah, basically the whole month.
Okay. Have you tried anything to improve your mood when you're in those states of worry?
I haven't tried anything yet. I kind of just, like I said, like, sit at home, and
okay.
I might watch TV, but I just let my thoughts get to me, and I think it just gets worse and worse.
And when you let your thoughts get to you, how long does that usually last?
I mean, probably like a few hours, I would say.
A few hours. And you feel pretty high anxiety the whole time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you haven't tried anything to help it yet?
Not really. Like, I'll try, like, texting, like, my friends or something. But that can be hard. I mean,
right.
Not everyone's, like, always available, I guess.
Okay, so what we've talked about is you're feeling anxious about not having a job, and that leading to you not being able to take care of yourself and being worthless. So something that I would like to encourage you to do is when you start to have these what we call automatic thoughts, so you think, oh, I don't have a job, maybe write those thoughts down so that you can remember what they are, and then we can look at them and say, is this a reasonable thought, or is this not a reasonable thought? Because you've only been a month without a job, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 1 month without a job, does that mean you're never going to get a job?
I mean, probably not.
Probably not, right. So when you think that, then it's leading you into more anxiety. So maybe if we can write it down, and you can just say to yourself, stop, that's not realistic, like, just stop that negative thought. And the other thing is, we can look at, I will never have a job, is what evidence do we have that you will never have another job? So you could write down, I will find a job, I will never find a job, and then think about the things that could go in the I will find a job category and the I won't find a job category to maybe help calm yourself down. So do you mind if we try doing that right now?
No, we can try that.
Okay, so let's think about things that would keep you from ever getting a job.
I mean, I guess if I, like, never, like, left the house again, like I've been feeling like doing nothing, if I kept doing nothing,
Okay.
I would never find a job.
Okay.
I mean, I guess if there was truly nothing available, which sometimes I get a fear of, like, what if there's just never any openings
Okay.
for me? But
Okay.
I mean, that's.
And what about in the other category? The finding a job category.
I think, like, if I do start, like, applying more places and, like, putting, like, my best effort into, like, interviewing and being, like, hopeful that something will turn up, that I'll enjoy, then it would be pretty likely that I would find one.
Okay. In doing that at all, did you start to feel a little bit less anxious about finding the job?
Yeah, I think just saying that out loud, like, made me realize that it is possible. Definitely more likely that I would find one than not find one.
Okay. So, when you leave here for next time, I just want to encourage you to, if you start to feel anxious in the day, you don't have to do it like in the middle of the day, but if you remember later, like some of the automatic thoughts that you're having, just write those down, and you can analyze them the way that we just did, and you can bring them to your next session, or you can wait to analyze them and we can do them together, however you want to do it. But I just want to encourage you to do that. Do you think that's something you would be willing to do?
Yeah, I can definitely try that.
Okay. Do you have any questions?
I don't think so.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.